Very well. Toni Darragh, well, is joining us here in the studio. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Happy New Year.
Same to you, sweetheart.
And you have brought us a brand new one-day special from, of course, your brand Stands By Me. And this is a proper paper craft, full of goodness, kid.
Yes, it totally is. So everything's covered. Stencils, stamps, papers, vellums, bounce, all in this one complete bundle. So it's wistful charm. And it's full of charm,
yeah,
should I say.
Is, yeah.
So it's got lovely pattern papers, lovely vellums, and just some incredible staple items that can cross-pollinate with everything else in your stash.
Absolutely do. You know what? I'm going to start with the papers, because I think I'm going to completely, be revealing of something that happened. I just was watching the one-day special from the green room, and I was like, oh, it's very pretty. But when I went around to it, I thought, it's even prettier in real life. So that's to say that what you're seeing is very beautiful, but what you are going to get is even more beautiful.
Yeah, sometimes they don't come as bright and vibrant as they should, really. But yeah, it's an 8x8 paper collection. It's uncoated, so you can do all of the good stuff that we love to do, stamp onto it, sand it back. Pop it through your embossing folders if you want to, or even maybe create some little mini projects like some albums and some wallets and gift cards and things like that. Let's start new craft, new year. Try something different, try something new. I was just watching the lady doing the painting now. I was like, I need to get back into my painting. I've so missed it. So I was thinking, right, this year I'm going to get back into my painting. But so if you maybe are a stamper or a die cutter, maybe you want to dip your toe back into some papercraft, or vice versa. But it has a lovely mix of different variations in colours. So you get the vintage, you get the woody, earthy tones too. And in the collection as well, it's floral based, as always, from Stamps By Me, incorporated in with a vintage touch. That is the script and the wood grain and the keys and the birds and things like that.
I love these stoppers because they are beautiful card printed on it.
Yeah, so they're 300 GSM then was, Paul. So the reason why we did them like this was so you could have instant cards. So you just stuck a sentiment on them and you had instant cards. Straight out of the box, no sticking, no pads, no glue, no nothing. However, our lovely viewers at home and our design team have made them work for their money, basically, and everybody's using them in their embossing folders.
Of course.
So you get that lovely layers and texture and dimension, and as soon as you run them through the 3D embossing folders, you get another extra depth on there, which you can highlight with your ink pads. We showed it in the other show. They're just wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Beautiful, beautiful cards. And now my favorite has to be the vellum, though. A third of the stock of the one-day special has gone, and this is a world exclusive. So I'm putting this like this so you can see. I want to show you like that, because then you can see that it's a vellum, because otherwise you're thinking, oh, it's just like that. Or if it's all white in the back, you will see that it's, well, all, contrast. I have to say, again, this vellum is exquisite. It's absolutely exquisite. When it comes to pattern vellums, I think this is going to be one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, so you get like a thread of gold script through there too, so it's just a little bit unique, a little bit different, and these are going to be brilliant for underlays under flowers, wraps around cards, belly bands, or if you want to stamp onto it and heat set it, you can do that too. That really shows its true beauty there, showing you that thread of detail in there, but they're not just stagnant plain backgrounds, they have a wash undertone as well, so you get an ombre effect. But these have been really, really popular. The design team have already messaged me and said, can we have some more?
I was trying to figure it out. That's the right way, I think.
Yeah, you can. I think, though, you could use them both.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you
can
use them
but
both.
if you kind of put it like this, you can see the difference. You know what? I love vellum so much. I think it's one of the most magical products that you can use, mediums that you can use, well, not mediums, material substrates that you can use in your paper crafting. And this is, honestly, Toni, it's one of my really incredible vellums.
I think we do vellum really, really well. We've been doing it hardcore for about 2 years now. And I think having the vellum element to complement the rest of your collection is a really added feature, because what it enables you to do is, it enables you to add texture to your card. So sometimes you might just want a white card with a strip of vellum down and a flower and you're done. So sometimes you don't want to have to go to all the complete fuss, the 3D, the stamping. All I want to do is make a soft, sweet, simple card for a person who means the world to me. You can do that, and I think vellum always oozes expensive.
it looks classy.
It does.
It was that exquisiteness. And then, of course, that is the paper part of it. And then we have got the stamp set in here, which is an absolute gorgeous collage image there. What's the bird?
It's a tit.
All right.
I think it's a tit laid onto some lovely script to try and bring the theme together beautifully. It's also got a blossom branch in the background. There's also like 3 layers in that one. It's A6. You can colour it whatever colour you want, although it might be a blue tit, a yellow tit, whatever you want it to be. You could paint it up as a thrush if you want, or a blackbird. I don't think there are any rules when it comes to craft. No. If you're happy creating, who cares what it looks like? Absolutely. And it makes you happy. So you get that A6 stamp, and then you get the 2 5x7 stencils, which I love. I see these through my craft throughout the whole year.
Well, if you want yours,
Laurel
309-713. There's 2 more items that you are getting in this bundle. And by the way, the stock update is a third of the stock are gone. There, just beautiful stencils with a glorious flower and the fern. I love a fern.
I know, ferns are becoming quite popular, aren't they? They really are, and I think it's because they're so simplistic in design, but really do give an impact.
They do. They are. And they are also the perfect background. Whether you want to make a masculine card, then it's perfect, just a simple sentiment. Whether you want to make it as a floral card, it's a perfect foliage. It's for fauna as well, that kind of thing. If you want to do like something more, the forest as well, that kind of thing.
And you could Christmas it up, couldn't you?
Ooh,
if you did it in some gold.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's sticky ink pad through and nice.
Absolutely. So this whole collection, you are saving £16.40, £39.56. That's all you are paying. One single off payment in the club. Of course, you can flexify that, as you can flexify anything on the show. Now, there is admin fee, but of course, if you want to check other ways to split the cost, there's all the terms and conditions on the website. PayPal as well is another option. 309713 is your item number. Now, we did have a sellout early on the vintage ink pad collection, but we have got back in stock the amazing brights available. Now, these ones are back in stock, but 60% has gone. And once they're gone, I believe.
Absolutely. So these are from the USA. They're made in the best factory in the world. They are a different ink pad to what you traditionally do. Although they're reactive with water, they have a firm foam base. And it's called firm foam, but when you touch it, it feels softer, which is going to enable you to drag them across cardstock. You're going to be able to do the bleaching effects on there. The pigment is so incredibly beautiful. The unique part about our ink pads, because of that foam, we can stamp with them. So traditionally, you can't always stamp with an ink pad that you would use for a background. It's one or the other. You usually get texture or you get smooth. You get one or the other. These ones do both. You do not need to rattle your stamp really hard with these. Light taps across the stamp it out, and you will get a smooth stamped image every single time. Most of you do use them for the stenciling and the reactiveness of them because they are incredible, but they have so many other unique points as well.
Well, if you want your set, 747565 is your item number, £44.98, and of course a fabulous saving. Now we have got a fabulous set of embossing folders, and this one you are getting a freebie. Not only you have got a saving, but you are getting also a third embossing folder, and you're not paying a single penny for it. So in actual fact, this is the set that you are getting. Is this? Half the stock has gone.
That is so good, isn't it? I just feel like sometimes to introduce people, new year, new craft, let's get people crafting, try a new craft. Maybe last year you focused yourself on, I don't know, the Brother Scan and Cut,
yes,
and you're ready for a bit of a change. You've got your Brother Scan and Cut, it's not going anywhere, but you're ready for a change. Well, this is a great introductory into trying something different. Maybe you're just into your stamping last year. Well, maybe you want to try something different, and vice versa. The great thing about our 3D embossing folders is they're beautiful on the front and beautiful on the back as well. So embossed is incredible. Debossed is also incredible. You lose none of the detail. So you have the magnolia background there. You also have that wonderful tulip blowing in the wind into your page. And the freebie is a wonderful set of balloons which have hearts incorporated in, which is very celebratory. And you can use art anytime. And if you've already got this one, you're thinking, oh, I've already got that one, so thanks, but no thanks. Well, you could gift it if you wanted to, a Secret Santa, because I know a lot of you will have bought these embossing folders anyway. You're still going to get the free one as well. Maybe give it to somebody who maybe couldn't afford the bundle or afford it at launch.
And then ultimately, you're not paying a single penny for it. So this is why it's such a good deal. You are getting all three, and the item number is 336508, £16.18, saving £3.80. Now, of course, why we didn't need it is actually some cardstock. We have got that one on the show with a beautiful texture. We're going to have a look straight away. Now, the cardstock that we have got in here is a beautiful collection of colors that will work absolutely stunningly with the one-day special. We are talking about a squash cerulean,
Well done.
and amber.
Yes, so we have three, these are brand new. So basically I tried to pick colours that are different to what you would normally see. So you have that lovely woody undertone. So you have the mustard, the tangerine stroke like driftwood orange, and then you have the blue, but it's not a light blue and it's not a dark blue, it's got a hue over it. It's colour core. One side is linen effect, which is brilliant because if you like the linen effect for your embossing folders, you're going to get that texture. But the other side is super smooth. So you have options with it. It's not both sides. You have options, super smooth or linen, which I think is amazing because you get double the sort of
absolutely possibility. You basically have got two different sizes,
possibilities,
two different papers,
and you get a ton in here as well. You get all of the sheets, 30 of each. So you have amber. Sorry,
I'll hold them. Shall I hold them there? So this is the kind of, if I do like this, can you see that we have got this? No. Now, this collection it's very vintage as well.
It is, and
retro.
We're just going to try, and I said earlier in my last show, we're trying to bring you bite-sized chunks of everything, like our ink pads. We bring you a set of 6. We've brought chapter 1, chapter 2. We have chapter 3 in the summer with some rose gold, some silvers, and some gold-coloured metallic ink pads as well. So we'll bring you them in bite-sized chunks. So if you are a collector, which I know a lot of people do like to collect, it's easier this way. If we spread it out over the year, you can collect as you go if you want to.
Yeah. Well, if you want yours, 024583 is your item number. To get them when you can. £17.97 is your price. You're saving £9. Ooh. Now, this is fabulous. Now, this is a little bit different, and this is colorless, but it means that any color underneath will show, right?
Absolutely, and it looks like glass, but it's plastic, so you're totally covered there. You're not going to cut yourself. You're going to get that look without any, human error, any cuts or things like that. And this is the card that I did earlier, and I said to you, we're going to let it dry over the white glue, and we'll show you in the next show. And it gives you the most gorgeous shimmer and shine, but no colour power, because I always find like iridescent comes with a tone of colour, so you get the green, the purple, the orange, and it can clash with your background. I wanted the sparkle but no colour. The great thing about this though is if you decant it into pots and add a drop of alcohol ink to each one, you can make it coloured.
Of course, and it's only £6.29, a fabulous price for this. 848259 is your item number for that, right? The happy hour, which we have got, is this one. Yeah, it is. Sorry, just double checking. Yeah, you already have found it. Already 60% has gone. This is a gift for you. Of course, if you're in the club, better than half price. It's a set of dies in here that you are getting. 11 dies that you are getting. £8.99, saving £10. Our Tony is going to show us what you are getting.
Yeah, we're just going to take a moment just to show you, because you can't really tell from the packet, but it is 11 pieces, Paula, and you get the incredible jar. You get the
the top, the
gingham top, jam jar top.
The jam jar,
Yeah, you get that. You get the lovely paper bag sort of idea, which I've cut here very quickly and added some ink to, but I just want to show you, this paper bag is incredible. It comes with a tie, a tag, so you can absolutely dress it up, but it comes with the slit in there as well. So I have just, from the collection today, I've just taken one of those flowers, and look how, if you just incorporate it in, you have a bunch of flowers in a cool paper bag. We don't have many of these, so if you like this, make sure you grab it at this wonderful price. And again, with the jar, same system. The flowers can sit on the top of the jar as well if you want to cut the jar and do a bunch of flowers coming out of the jar. It's a lovely, lovely set. A gift for you.
Yeah, a gift, and it is a gift for you because it's only £8.99 in the club, saving £10. So you are saving more than you are spending. If you want it, you need to grab it before it goes, before the stock goes or the clock goes. Well, the stock goes. Limited the stock literally in 15 minutes, so it's not going to last long. And And you remember, it's not yours until you secure it by checking out your basket. So that's the only way that you can say, yes, I can relax now. I got my happy hour. I got my one-day special. I can relax. Right. One-day special, the beautiful wistful charm.
Yeah, so I have some of the lovely pattern paper. Now, this is the first time, I believe, with this collection, we've given you decoupage elements where you can fussy cut too. So in the Mount collection, you have the sheets where you can fussy cut. I'll just show you this one here. So you can fussy cut and you can build your own bouquets and things like that. And then you can obviously cut and build with that one. But in the paper collection as well, there's lots of layers and textures and dimension in here. And if you look at here, you can see they've got the wood, the flower, the lace, the paper, and you could absolutely cut these away if you wanted to. So there are 36 sheets in this one. Incredible value, really, from that bundle. We have some keys, and you could make this into 2 cards if you wanted to. We've got some that say love through there. This could be cut out. This is on one of the samples on set where the frame's cut out and the bird is stamped in the centre. But lovely, lovely textures and layers. So all I've done here is I have cut a piece from one of the papers here with the lace border. But I want to show you how well they incorporate in with the stencils. So you can colour through, of course. That's why we use stencils. So let's add a bit of colour first. And then I'm going to show you a nice technique to bring it to life a little bit further than just a bit of ink blending. So I'm just going to pop this on here. Decide where I want to put it. I don't like my stencils like in the middle, do you?
Right. No, yeah, I know
I like them
mean.
just off as if they're coming in, or...
Yeah. I think it's very kind of, it's more organic for some reason.
It is, it's crazy. We're crazy. We're funny onions, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right, let's just get some blending tools here.
We're multi-layered, but we make people cry. That's we are funny.
So... She's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Right, so let me just...
laughter, you know, because we are funny.
Let's just show you some...
People might think that I'm mad, but I'm just trying to make a joke out of something.
You're not mad.
So you're dragging the
You are, yeah, you are a lovely human being.
Some days. you know, when there's sometimes some days you feel like, oh my God, I wish I was, like, a lighter person. Not a lighter person. That makes no sense, but anyway, moving on from that. Right. So
I just wanted to show you, if you swipe these ink pads, because they're awesome, how if you want to just make some reactiveness, they're really, really good. So rattle them with some more.
I really like the texture that you can achieve by dragging the ink pad, just like lightness. You know what I mean? It's just not...
Yeah, I find that a lot of the ink pads that I've got personally, when I swipe across the top of a page and I hit them with water, they struggle to drip down. They take a lot of moving around, whereas with these, you have to be really, really careful because they move instantly. So then all you just wait, pull out the water, and then I'll just set this aside. That'll bleach out, it'll go white, and we'll come back to it. But they're really, really cool, honestly. So let's just...
And remember, they are very busy, that bundle. Detail at the bottom of the screen, you are getting the larger pads, the Rowell Standard, plus the 6 minute. They are really convenient to have the 6 minutes because they are techniques where you want to have the little ones as well as more portable.
Yeah, I like the little ones for my stencils when I'm doing quattro-D and things. So let's just get some colour on here. So I'm just going to go through with some pink on here. So this is what you would normally do with your stenciling. I'm not masking off or anything. I really do like the very loose look on my card making, bit abstracty, a little bit easy on the eye. But if you like perfect tones, obviously just get a stick-it note and just cover the area that you don't want it to affect. So I'm picking out the flowers. Super, super easy. And I think sometimes it's nice to experiment on top of pattern papers because you can get a totally different look.
Absolutely.
Which is nice. So there is the pink. Let's add some orange in there too because we've got an orangey mustardy tone on here as well. So just give ourselves a little bit of a halo. We might actually splat this with a bit of water as well. So let's just move away from the orange. Let's move on to a green.
And there's beautiful colours. They are such a bright, beautiful colours. I love them.
And because they're so vibrant, guys, I always say tap and then tap off.
Yeah.
And then you can always drag it in if you want to. So just be careful with them. And they're perfect for stamping with. It's wonderful to have ink pads where you can do both.
Absolutely, yeah. You have got like techniques. You can color it into stencils.
I'll show you.
It.
I will stamp one this evening and show you how wonderfully they stamp as well.
And of course, with the Eureka and these inks, you can then do that. Like one of my favorite techniques that where you sand and the cubes. The cubes is perfect for this. Like ink several areas and then stamp it, bleach it out, and then stamp it again over it in black, and that's just such a good technique.
Good technique. You get some right results with that one, don't you?
Yeah.
So I'm just taking the teal one as well. I'm just adding some teal in here too. Now, if you want to tape it down, go ahead and tape it down if you've got a little bit of a tremor or something like that. But just a little bit. I mean, it'll look quite dark to start with, but as I've shown you throughout many, many shows now.
Oh, I love that.
Nice, isn't it? If you
and because you have darkened them, it has made such a difference. I think that's just made them become that vintage image that has darkened a little bit.
But say if you do that though, Paola, and you take your stencil off and you're like, oh, I like it, but it is too dark. I wish I'd have just been a little bit more pulled back with the ink. Get a good white ink pad. This is sold out. We have got some more coming, but get a good white ink pad. Pop the stencil back on. Let me just show you very quickly. Because it's a cool technique, this, because sometimes we get a little bit haphazard with our stenciling. We want to get it all on there and see the results quite quickly. So all you can do then is just take the stencil, pop it back on top, take a little bit of white.
Yeah.
Just change my brush. And you can totally push it back if you want to. So I'll just clean this off. And then tap off and then just sort of pounce through. And what that will do is it will just push it back and probably make it just a little bit more. As much as I love it as dark as it is, I feel like it's fighting with my vintage theme in the background. So I'm just going to push it back with a little splodge of some white pigment ink. And it's just going to totally soften it.
Yeah.
And the great thing about pigment ink as well is it's oil, isn't it? Yeah. Which means you can move it around. So if you do a splodge, you can get your finger and go, oh. So now we hopefully soften this a little bit. So let's have a look. There we go. So now we have something that's a little bit softer. And then, because these stencils are just so good, if you grab a white gel pen, I usually have my Imala one, but I'm not sure where it is. One is really good. Really, I wish I had my Imala one because it probably worked better with this, but
I have got. Oh, do I have it in the trolley? I don't know, because I love it so much that I think I have it at home. I have got a trolley here for my demonstration, and I have got pretty much everything that I always need, but I don't have my it's my seconds, if you know what I mean. I don't have my brand new things, and I don't have my favorite, because I always think if it goes missing, then that way I don't know.
Yeah, not going to worry about it. Yeah. So I'm trying to scratch into here, but my pen's a little bit rubbish, probably dried out. Can I just scratch into
of course.
That? Is it working?
Do you want me to make it work?
Can you try, please?
I will.
So if you go round with the gel pen, I think it's probably because it's been in a cold car for, what, pants. Anyway, moving on. So let's try and have a look, see if I have got another cheeky one hidden in here. Because you just never know if you dig, if you dig deep. No, not that lucky. But if you take a white gel pen, oh, bless you. If you take a white gel pen and just go through that detail. Oh, it's coming. We might come back to it. And put in the detail, you'll end up with an outline design on there. I think this looks incredible. But if you have your Gossip Sparkle pens with the sparkle in there, you can also pop this back on and you can highlight some of the leaves with the sparkle. And then I'll have a design. Now, don't worry if it mixes up with your pigment. It still settles, okay? So I'm just adding a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of shine on here. And I think what we will do as well, just to jazz this up a little bit more, is we'll use our colourless glitter, because that is totally awesome. So let's just stop that for now. I'm just trying to show you so many techniques in one go. So if you get your glue, and what we'll do is we'll add some glue just to some of the leaves. And what we'll do is this will be dry by the end of this show. Remind me to show it at the end. So we'll just do a few of the leaves. Just quite random. Because it's sort of colourless, it doesn't matter if you miss a space, it still looks amazing, as you've seen from that wonderful fern. Now, that colourless glitter is a game changer, and you're going to need it in your life at Christmas. You're going to need it in your life for all of your projects. So I'll just do a few at the bottom here. And as you can see, I'm being quite random, but when it dries, you can't even see the glue. And all you're left with is a shimmer, a shine, a glass-like finish. It's incredible. So could you just pass me that glitter that's on there?
Absolutely. I'll give you the lid.
Thank you, darling.
Or you want the big pot?
That's fine. Just use this.
Oh, I love that. I really think that you are showing is how this stencil kind of can jazz it up in many ways. Beautiful.
Yes. So when this dries back, could I just have that fern one, please?
Sorry, which
could
one?
I just have that blue fern, this one?
Oh, that one. Yes, of course. Sorry. I thought.
And I'll just show you. I did exactly the same with the fern, and look at the glass-like finish on there. And it doesn't hurt you guys, it's not glass, so don't be thinking, oh, I'm going to get cut. So hopefully this will dry, and I'll show you this by the end of the show, and it'll just catch that glimmer and that shine on those wonderful leaves.
Thank you so much, of course, Toni. I love the way that you can take the one day special and change the look of it by using ink pads and so much more. Now, the one day special, what it gives you is, well, paper, vellum, toppers, and stencils and stamps, all coordinating, all working beautifully standalone. From the toppers, 300 GSM, so it's just straight away, it's a card, it's an embellishment, a topper, something that you can fussy cut if you want to, or make beautiful elements for your memory albums. Then you're getting your 6x6 papers that you are getting in here. Oh, no, sorry, 7x7 papers that you are getting, and beautiful backgrounds with the florals and the wood and the elements of writing. I think this is my all-time favorite vellum pack, and the reason is because it has that subtle nature, but at the same time it has got personality and definitely is exquisite in its design. The way that it works, of course, the vellum with that translucent nature means that depending on what you put in the bag, you can have a darker version or a lighter version, giving you a lot of possibilities creatively. These ones, you are getting them, and then you are also getting the two stencils, the fern and the rose, as well as the stamp that is included here with the tit in there, the beautiful element. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the card in here because I don't think you see it that well. There it is. That is the way that you see it. That way you can see perfectly that detail of the birds, the branch and the writing on the background. Now, all this collection, 309713 for just £19.78 if you flex it in the club. A saving of £16.40. It means almost that you are not paying for a third of the price. Now, the happy hour has now technically gone. That means that if you have it in your basket, you can get it in, but otherwise you will miss out because, of course, it's technically all the stock that we have got is allocated. Now, we are going to give you a chance to check out your baskets, but remember, you can use PayPal as well to split the cost.
Shopping online with Create & Craft has just got easier with PayPal's Pay in 3 plan. Spread the cost of your basket, whether there is one item or many, with 3 interest-free payments. Simply choose Pay in 3 at checkout and pay for purchases between £30 and £2,000 over 3 equal instalments for the next 3 months. No fees, no interest. Spread the cost of your shopping with PayPal's Pay in 3 plan at Create & Craft. Have you ever sat down to watch TV and thought, I'd love a version of my favourite streaming apps, but just for crafting? Well, Create & Craft have done just that. Watch us from the comfort of your own home or on the go. Simply download the Create & Craft app to your smart TV, smartphone or tablet. It's the one-stop place for all things crafty. It's easy to find in the App Store of your connected TV or device, bringing you a whole world of creativity, from live TV across 2 channels to catching up on the last 7 days of shows. And if you watch us on Freeview or Virgin, you can experience your favourite Create & Craft content in high definition. There's top tips and interviews with your favourite guest experts, special demonstrations and exclusive content, even behind-the-scenes gossip. Plus, you'll find your TV schedule so you can plan what and when to watch for the week ahead. For the best in creativity, go to the Create & Craft app today. The smarter way to watch, shop and enjoy crafting wherever you are.
Tickets are now on sale for Crafting Live at the Sandown Park Racecourse on the 19th and 20th of January. Sign up for your free make and takes stock up on all your crafting goodies from a vast range of exhibitors, and watch live guest demonstrations. We will also be broadcasting live, so join our audience to meet our presenters after the show. Club members order your tickets online and reserve free entry. So treat yourself or someone special to a great day out and book your tickets now at createandcraft.com and search for Crafting Live. We look forward to seeing you there.
Well, you know what? I'm so excited about the show because it's going to be the first Crafting Live that I go to since the merger, since last year. Yeah. So I'm really, not last year, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah. Giddy Kipper.
Yeah. Anyway, of course you can join us, and I know many of us are going to be there in a couple of weeks' time. Right, back to you.
Right, shall we show this awesome vellum?
Yes.
So in vellum with embossing folders?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. So I'm just going to pop this into this magnolia one. So earlier we did the tulip, which was this one we did, if you remember. I don't know if you can see this, the tulip on that mount. So you get all of that detail swiped with the white. And whilst I was mounting it, because I didn't mount it in the last show, I tore it. So I thought, right, I'm the bottom and I'm going to stamp a sentiment just in there. So it looks like it was done purposefully when it actually wasn't. So that's the tulip. So let's show you the magnolia. So I've just got the vellum here. So I'm just going to pop the vellum inside and I'm just going to trim it down when I close it. Just tear it off here. Now don't throw the little bits of vellum that you don't use. Save them because they're good as banners and tabs and just layers and texture to the backs of your cards. Don't bin this. So let's run this one through. Super, super simple. Now this is a lovely weight vellum. Really, really lovely for embossing with, and it's the same as our incredible card blanks and envelopes. They are all of high quality that do not make a hash or a mess when you put them through your embossing folders or die cutting machines or anything like that.
I love your die cutting machine because you don't even draw the bridge, you just push it down and the bridge comes down. It's just like magical. Do you know when it's back in stock?
Yeah, it's back. We had an email about it. It's back in about a month, I think. Can't keep it in stock. So you won't see the detail, I don't think, but I'm going to highlight. Shall we pop it onto some white?
If I put it maybe there.
I'm going to highlight it. I'll add some white for you.
Oh, we can see it. Yeah,
oh, there you go. So what I'll do is let's add some white and show you how cool it looks if we add some white. So white ink pad, here we go. So if you just take your white, as you would do with a mount, and you just swipe it across the top.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see it.
Again, you have an incredible background. That's literally little to no effort. And now you can add some embossing powder because we've used the pigment ink if you want to. So I've picked up all of that detail. Just light taps all over the design. Bring that artwork back to life. So now we have some vellum, which has got a lovely gold undertone. Now let me just show you how cool this vellum is if you change the colour of the cardstock underneath. So this is with an orange underneath.
Wow, yeah.
Hopefully you can see that.
Just so much. Yeah, you can see
hopefully
it perfectly,
when I take it off, it's like a gold. Yeah. When you pop it on, it's like a tinny gold.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
So here's one on that lovely coffee colour, but here's one I did on the green as well.
Oh, that's
so you really do get a sense of what they look like on different tones. Let's have a look on the grey, actually. Oof.
Oh,
the teal comes to life on the grey. So swap out the detail underneath. Let's just see what this one looks like on the grey.
I remember as well with the grey. I'm just thinking, if you can see like this with a little bit of the white and the grey, that way you can see. Look at. Oh,
it's pretty,
I love
isn't
that.
it?
That I just love, and I think this is what the vellum is all about, to give you that kind of
play around with it.
Absolutely
have fun with it. So I just wanted to show you the vellum in their embossing folders because it's a high quality vellum. It doesn't crack or crumble. It's really, really lovely. So let's do a quick demo using again the stencils and the mounts.
Okay, perfect. Right. Oh, sorry, I did damage your
Don't leave country. So I have one of those incredible mounts, and I have taken a second one and fussy cut best I can the detail from here. But I do want to add some more detail to the back here. So I'm just going to take the fern and I'm just going to add some creeping detail on one side in like this black. So I have my Distress ink here, and I'm just going to use another blending brush. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use their black Distress, and I just want it to be really subtle, so tap off the excess. I'd like it to be like a grey tone. And what this is going to do is it's going to draw my eye into that wood grain background. Sorry, not wood grain, brick effect background. And then what we'll do is our second layer, we will add some pads underneath and just raise it up off one side. Then all you have to do is maybe add a sentiment, add some sparkle, whatever you want to. And again, there's already tons of layers and textures in the artwork that's in Wistful Charm, but it doesn't stop you from adding a little bit more. So now we have that shadow in there. Just do it round one side. I think I'm just going to leave it on the one side because that looks quite pretty. But again, you could then push it back with white if it's too dark. It's totally your call. So that's the fern. And if we grab the lovely floral one, we could maybe just add a little floral down by here with the excess ink off our brush. Nothing too fancy because I don't want it all to fight. And then you have a little bit of detail down here. Super, super easy. So now it looks like it was actually part of the mount, doesn't it? And then all I'm going to do is the one that I've cut out is I've just sort of like give it a nip. So you can add some pads underneath. Now the beautiful thing about when you fussy cut flowers and things like this is most people do go direct on top, and it's okay to do that. But think about maybe changing up your composition so you have the sprig off to the right so it looks like a full bouquet. They don't have to sit as if it's perfect. So play around with how you want it to be, because it now looks like I have two bouquets behind. So you can absolutely change it up if you want to. So I'm just going to sort of like manipulate it, soften those fibres. Now you can pop a pad underneath. I'm just going to go glue, but I'm not going to go glue flat. I'm just going to go glue underneath in the centre and just have a little bit of dimension. Not too much. And then what I'm going to do is, because this paper collection has the colour of the year, which is the peaches.
Of course it does.
Like that was...
Look, you know what the trends are going to be.
I watch the trends, don't you worry. I knew it was going to be peach. They actually showcased it a little bit early this year, which is wonderful. So peach in there. So we have, within the same family, the darker. So all I'm going to do is take the scissors. Yeah. I know you like to do this.
Oh, I do. I do, because it kind of adds that sort of, I don't know, it makes a curve first feel thicker, but also it kind of adds organic nature,
I like
that sort of distress, but not, you can make it really pretty. Yeah, it's one of those easy techniques that anybody can do. Obviously, be careful with your scissors, but yeah, just that.
It just stops it from being a harsh line.
Absolutely.
I always find. I've done it in one of my cards earlier, and I tried to do it on that other one, but I tore it, but I still loved it, you know. Yeah. So I'm just going to go around the edge of this one as well. It's just one of the techniques I love to do. And you see demonstrators do this all the time. Some of them take it one step further and really give it the pull back, and that looks beautiful too. But it's personal preference, how you as a crafter. We all like the same techniques, but we all do them in very different ways. So I'm just going to take this this mount here. So these are 5x7 mounts, okay? So you don't have to do any cutting down. They're a great size. They go in all of our 5x7 embossing folders too. Hang on a minute, why have I got two pieces here? Which one's the right piece? Have I done it on the wrong one? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's all right. Let's pop it on this one. That looks like it fits. Right, yeah. That was just by luck, I think.
Yeah, well, it's just a piece of paper, you know.
What's the worst that could happen?
Exactly. I love that thin line, though. It just kind of suddenly kind of brings that corally totally warmth in it, but it doesn't overtake.
Yeah, absolutely. And then all you need to do then is just mount it onto a nice
I love that.
white card. Super simple. Now the card, which me and Paula spoke about, the
texture side.
Yes, I've used the smooth side on this, but play around with textures on it, okay, as well. So
you have got the choice, and that's the beautiful thing about having a double-sided card, that you always have got the choice. Personally, I'm one of those ones that automatically go for the texture side, but the smooth side offers you a different look.
Look, yeah, so if you do one card in one and one card in another. So I'm not going to add anything else because I'm not going to add the sentiments sold out in the first show. But let's just show you that one as it is. And that's just a fussy cut mount with some of the stencils to give it a bit of a lift.
Absolutely gorgeous. Of course, if you want yours, well, this is part of their one-day special. 309-713 is your item number. You're saving £16.40 in the club, and you have got 2 flexes on that. And of course, you want to pay the least amount, and that is, of course, when you are a club member or a Freedom member.
Okay, thank you all for coming. Now then, we need to say thank you to our dedicated customers. They really enjoy us and our huge range of great products.
We should make them feel part of a club.
A Create and Craft Club! Brilliant! I can see it now. For just £10 a year, our club members will get
10% off everything they buy.
Yes. What else?
We could do weekly offers and vouchers exclusively to our club members.
Yes, yes, yes.
And we must give them a monthly e-newsletter so they can see what's coming up before anyone else.
And early access to all of our promotions.
That is brilliant.
Could we give them free entry to all Crafting Live shows?
Great idea.
And we should automatically enter them into a monthly prize draw.
Our club members will love that.
But what if they want more?
Club Freedom.
I like it. Club Freedom. For just £10 a month, we could give them...
How about free UK standard P&P?
I love it.
We could also give our Club Freedom members exclusive weekly vouchers too.
Everyone would love that.
That's because everyone will love our Create and Craft Club.
Now, we must make it easy to join.
Not a problem. They just go to createandcraft.com. It couldn't be simpler.
If you love crafting,
Then you'll love the Create and Craft Club.
Great ways to save more money, of course, here on Create and Craft. Now you're watching the last live hour for today of the crafting goodies that we offer. The one-day special with Toni and Stands By Me includes papers and vellums, but also we have got another offering part of the show, which is a beautiful embossing folders. You are paying for 2 and getting a discount on them, and then you are getting a third completely free. So let's have a look at the tulip embossing folder there.
Of course. So I have one of the 5x7 grey card blanks, which come in the set with those wonderful envelopes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if it'll go through my machine. I'm going to try and put the whole card in.
Right.
So it does a deboss on it as well. I'm going to try it. It might not go through, but I'm going to try it. So I've just got the tulip embossing folder here and a card blank. Yep. Okay, I've popped the card blank into my embossing folder. My machine is a workhorse, so I think it will go through, but I won't force it if it won't. So let's just try. Because I think it's sometimes nice to have a super flat card.
Right, yeah.
So let's try. And I'll let you know how I get on so you don't do it at home. Right, let's see. Yep, it's going to go through.
Perfect.
So I'm just going to run this one through, and then I'm going to trim the bottom of my card off.
Right.
So I have more of a square card. Now there are square of these cards as well. It's just that to hand I have this one. So there we go. So here it is in the grey.
Nice, yeah. Nice.
Absolutely beautiful. Now if I'd have inked that up in a pink or a grey, I'll just tilt it forward for you.
Yeah. That is beautiful, yeah.
See all the lovely details. So let me just trim off on that line. Do you know, I lost my mini scissors for donkeys, right? So I stole the girls' packing office. I stole their rubbish scissors. And do you know what? I find it really difficult now to use the short ones.
Right.
And I use the long ones. They're like, you are crazy. I said, you're not having them back. Girls were like, why?
And you're using...
Where's your posh scissors? I was like, my posh scissors don't have the long blades. Yeah. So now I've just cut it off, not very straight, but you will do it straight at home. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same design in the vellum.
Right.
Okay, so let's get the vellum. And let's get... So this one I'm going to go purple, because we haven't touched on the purple yet. So it's got that lovely... Let's just get some cardstock so you can see. It's got that lovely thread of gold effect through there. Let's see what it looks like on here. And again, you can see it just coming through there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the vellum and I'm going to pop the vellum in this time. And we're not going to ink this one. Let's pick the best part of the design. And again, I'm going to just tear off the sides here. Don't waste your vellums, save them for strips. Because I have a design team screaming at me for more of these, Paula.
Really? Yeah.
Can we have some more? Can we have some
Yeah,
more?
well, I'm not surprised. I would be the same. Yeah.
And then they say to me, well, we're not using them, they're too nice. I'm like, oh, I can't win.
No, but this is the problem. If you know that you cannot get more of something, I'm not using it. I'm like,
I know, I say, make sure you use it, and then I never use it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, too precious.
I have got papers that I got 20 years ago. And
that is naughty. That is naughty.
Very naughty.
Just sorry about her.
And then I opened the box.
I'm apologising on her behalf.
Yeah.
20 years is
I'm not apologising for it.
It's a little bit crazy craying it 20 years.
Well, actually, I have got papers that are 30 years old.
No way.
Yes. Yeah, I have got papers older than definitely our floor manager and our producer, and probably older than you. So, you know, just saying.
Oh, my goodness me.
Yeah.
Right, I'll shut up then, shall I?
Yeah.
I've been told you cannot have papers.
I have got vintage cards as well that is older than all of us combined, probably. But that's probably because it was from my grandmother. But then it's I inherited.
Well, that's allowed.
Yeah.
That's allowed. We'll allow that.
I can give you a top tip. If you have got a beautiful you know what I did when one? Just put it on a frame, put it in display, and that's a nice way to look at it, use it, but you can still, you know, it's there. You know, I haven't glued it or anything like that.
So I'm just going to lay this back on here so you can see. I don't know if that's showing very well. I can't see. My eyes are really poor. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that out of here. Now, you can, of course, ink it up. I've done it several times. But what I wanted to show you is a different way. So if you take the piece and we'll match the design. I mean, it looks nice sat on top, just beautiful. But if you tear...
Oh, that's lovely.
So then we can match it up so it's on the card and on the... Let's just trim that off a little bit because that will really do my head in. So that side, and then let's do this side.
Yeah.
It tears beautifully, honestly, guys. It's so luxurious. So I'm just showing you a different way here. And then when you take those away and you grab your card, if you use a tape pen, you can match up your design. Look at this.
Right. That is...
Look at that. Just... Sometimes I do pull it out of the bag.
Yes, you do. That's
but if you're feeling,
always
if you feel, I know I'm going back to the white, but I do want to get everybody to do it. Take the white and just tap it on top, just a little bit, just to highlight some of those raised areas, just a few small parts, and then pop it back on. And you can do the same with this one as well. Rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat.
Oh, no. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Now you've got a lovely... I mean, that would make a great sympathy card.
It would.
But then if you really did, and then match that design up there, look, and just use some tape pen runner, match it up best you can. Move it over a bit. And there you have a card that looks really, really different.
It does. And it's just absolutely stunning. Of course, this is the Tulip Bloom embossing folder. It comes with the Pretty Florals, which is that magnolia, but also with that balloon one. The balloon one, you're not paying a single penny for it. 336-508 is your item number. £16.18 is the price for all those 3 embossing folders. I have to say, the magnolia one is one of those ones that automatically goes into my favorite category in there, because it is what it is. Sometimes you see too, but the tulips has got that nature that because of the how they go in a little bit into that sort of soft bend, I think it's just going to be one of those ones that gentle occasions works really well. Right, I know that Toni has got lots of more demonstrations, but do make sure to check your baskets out. 9 minutes left on the program.
I'm going to do another one, but on this time, I'm going to do it on, sorry, just in here. I'm just going to do the very basic one, which I know everybody loves this technique. I'm going to do a nice pink on white.
Oh, perfect.
So I'm just going to grab a white envelope, a card blank here. Now, I love this technique because if you're a little bit fearful of colour, this is a great way to sort of like break that barrier and step into the realms of colour. So I'm just going to cut this for now very quickly. And we're just going to do an inky technique, and we'll spray the embossing folder. And we'll do, I think might do multi actually. We'll see. Let's just see. So I'll use a tulip again because this is the one I've got to hand. Let's just cut it down by here. The cool thing about embossing folders, and I say it every single time, remember back in the day when we used to put die cuts back in dies and run them through because it didn't quite cut? You can do that with your embossing folder. So if you do a colour and you don't like it, add another colour and keep running it through till you actually do like it. Don't give up on the card. So let's just
That
grab...
makes a very good sense, yeah.
It's true though, isn't it? You can just keep playing and playing. So let's grab an ink pad. So let's go for the pink. There's a few of these left, hopefully. And let's just...
now they are limited to stock, so if you want yours, you need to check your baskets now for them. You're getting the 6 large and the 6 mini in the Brights collection. It's brilliant to have the minis, because when we want to kind of color in a smaller area, or the stencils, or doing the techniques that of bleed, like a stamping and bleed, this will work phenomenally well. You have got a £10 saving. Of course, if you are in the club, even better. And remember, you can split the pay into interest-free payments if you flexify this. 747-565, but it is limited to stock, so grab them. They will not be here in the morning. It will be very rare they will wear, so make sure that you secure them by checking out your baskets.
So all I'm doing here is I've taken that lovely magenta ink pad, swiped it across. Now you can spray with a bit of water. Let's try it without. If it looks rubbish, we'll spray it with a bit of water, maybe change up a bit of the colour if you want to. So let's just do that. So let's just grab our cardstock. I did both sides because sometimes I like options. So I'm just going to pop the card in here, and then I'm just going to close it shut. So now you can see the detail on there. Run this one through. And then all of that lovely ink is going to transfer through onto this card and give us like a Dalton type style.
Oh, I love that. Can I show it to camera? Because that is just absolutely gorgeous.
I'll let you
beautiful.
step in. Oh,
there
you go.
No, there is a side there. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? This is like that. And then, of course, you have got the other side in here. Beautiful.
They're all
absolutely
really
stunning. Yeah.
And then you don't have to stop there. So if you're thinking, right, love it, want to play around with it, it's a bit of card. If you just pass me it, if you just grab, say, your ink pad, your brushes with a little bit of excess ink on.
I just had an idea. Could you stencil through it?
Stencil? What do you mean?
If you have got, for instance, the one-day special fern, could you use it on the area here?
Yeah. Shall we use the same pink?
Yeah,
oh, mind you, this has got a bit of grey on it. Shall we? Pink and grey always works.
Oh, it's one of the best combinations.
Which one did we use for the black?
Sure.
We'll just use this one.
Okay.
Where's the black? Here it is. Look, let's do a little bit of stenciling on it then. Why not? Tap off the excess so it's super.
And of course, the stencil is part of the one-day special. These are coming up for that incredible one-day special with the papers, the vellum, and of course these 2 stencils and a stamp set. Very busy for the one-day special as well. Look at that. Doesn't it look nice?
Great shout. Experimenting, I love it.
Absolutely. That's nice, isn't it? Really like how it feels, that kind of empty space. Sometimes you don't want this, sometimes I like a white space, but sometimes you want to fill it up. And I think this is a perfect stencil to fill that white space.
Don't forget as well, you can stencil on, excuse me, you can stencil on top of the embossing fold.
Oh.
I don't think, you know, don't think there's any rules in it all. I'm not sure how much it'll show, but we'll see.
Oh, I like it.
So you could do it as if it is actually coming out of the bottom of some grass or something if you wanted to. But the other thing that I wanted to show you was if you take your blending brushes and pop a bit of colour on them, blending brushes are all mixed up. Say for instance, like you wanted to colour this up a little bit. Let's just get this one. Is there some, like, there's a little bit of colour on there. You then can go in and highlight even further. The flower heads. So let's do that one in a nice orange, because that's a tulip in orange. Let's do one in yellow. So now we're going for a full cluster of bright and vibrant tulips, orange and yellow on there. Yellow, yellow, and then the green on the leaves. Super, super easy. Let's just swap this one out. And have I got a green? Yep, let's do a green. Tap off the excess and then just lightly add some green.
And you can colorize basically whatever area you want. 2 minutes till the end of the show. I want to remind everybody to check out their baskets. Nothing is secure until you do so. And of course, we have got repeats throughout the night. So that's what happens. Sometimes the stock goes during the night, especially of things like the inks that our Toni is using. Details at the bottom of the screen. Limited stock for them. I doubt they will be here tomorrow. I love that.
I just pushed it back with a bit of white because we're a little bit bright for the background, but you can see the lovely, I'll hold it up at the front so you can see the lovely detail on there.
Yeah, that is just stunning. That is just beautiful.
Nice. Just a little bit different to change it up a little bit.
It is stunning. And this is the thing, isn't it? That if you are not quite happy with something, you can then bring it back with the white as well. Right, of course, we are going to give you a reminder, final reminder of the one-day special, the glorious Wistful Charm. Approaching 40% of the stock has gone. And we have got here the beautiful first demo by Toni, which, by the way, Toni, you will be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock,
Yes,
right?
I will. I will. So this one is that spot. Look, the glue is decent. Look how you just get no colour, but you get that shock of sparkle. I just think it's incredible. You catch the hue as it catches the light, no colour whatsoever, so it's not fighting with anything else. But if you do want to colour it up, like you say, you can colour it up, put it on top of some other colour or add an alcohol ink.
It is absolutely fantastic. 309-713. Grab your one-day special. Remember, you're getting papers, you're getting the toppers, the 2 stencils, the vellum, and the stamp set. Don't forget those amazing bright collections of ink pads. You're getting the large 6 colors and the same colors in the mini option, because that way you will have every technique covered with this. It's a dye-based, water-based, blendable,
stampable, and reactive, which is all absolutely brilliant. And they're from the USA as well, made in the USA. All of the best inks come from the USA, so it's part of the same factory, so you know you're going to get quality. It's just a new experience with that soft foam, giving you all of those other possibilities.
Well, thank you so much,
You're
Toni.
welcome.
It's been an absolute pleasure as always. Join Toni at 10 o'clock, and of course here on Create and Craft from 7 o'clock in the morning, you will have broadcasting live. See you tomorrow.